boom, boom. I can turn that way down now. There we go. I'm here. I was just making some tea, Mr. Bones. The Keurig had to do some wacky shenanigans first for me to get some tea for my voice. My voice is fine this week, but I have a lot of tea from when my voice wasn't fine still. And I was like, you know what? Might as well grab some of that. But I am currently on a lunch break. Man, this chapter came out like right at like 9 o'clock, like right after 9. So I was like, well, I can't do an early morning one, so it's gonna have to be an afternoon one again. But that is fine, and it's a Friday one too, which I feel like we haven't had a Friday stream in a bit. I feel like we've been having Thursday ones, but we got ourselves. Ooh, we're gonna use this one because it is blacker, and you can. Yes, that's better. Hopefully that is enough. I'm looking at it now. I'm like, is that enough, actually? I don't know. It's fine there. And I'll push that, too. There we go. Hopefully it all works out. I don't really rewatch these that often, so... Oh, look at that great value logo. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that Tiger Steel logo for when I was in steel drums in college. I've had this mug for a while. This is my favorite mug. I used to have a really cool, even bigger American flag mug that I really liked. It was really cool. I used it for a long time, but then like 1 or 2 years ago, my dumb ass was like, you know what I've never... No, never mind. Wait, why did I do this? But I boiled milk, I think in the intent to drink it. I don't remember if I was like making a recipe or something, or if I was just like, oh, warm milk, that'd be good for me. That's like a shtick that people say they have at night, and then I did that, and I boiled some milk, and then I poured it in my coffee mug, and the coffee mug, it just exploded. It was like, no more. You're not supposed to put boiled milk inside this. Or was it boiled water? I'm pretty sure it was boiled milk, but I don't remember anymore. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I don't remember. But that was a good mug. It's gone, so I just used my Tiger mug for coffee and the occasional tea, which I'm back on right now. Well, I'm not back on it. I haven't had it in a while, all week. But regardless, we're already a little bit in. I only got 50 minutes to do this. I don't know how long of a chapter this is. I don't know anything about this chapter. I just know that we're in the middle of God Valley. You know, we got some more setup last week. We got, you know, all the terrible things that the Celestial Dragons were doing last week. We got everyone pulling up. We got... Oh, yeah, no. You can... Yeah, if you put something too high, if you put something actually boiling in a coffee mug, yes. If you put it in a porcelain mug, it will not enjoy that, so got to be careful with that. But yeah, last week got a lot of everyone's pulling up. We got the big three. We got Garp and Rox and Roger. Erwin pulled up. Who cares about all of the slaves on the island? How many of the people? How many of our characters actually care that inhumane rabbit hunting of slaves is happening? I think just Rox. Because right now, from what we've seen, Garp doesn't care. Roger Pirates don't care. They just care about Shaggy. Most of the Rox Pirates, besides Rox himself, just care about Shaggy or Devil Fruits. Oh, look at that. Look at all that going. Why does that go twice? It's whatever. But yeah, that's where everyone's at. You know, we're seeing right now. And Dragon. Sorry. Rox and Dragon. Rox and Dragon are literally the only two people, you know. Right now is where the people with the dragon stocks, you know, they're holding it, seeing if things happen, you know. And then people who don't like dragon, they have the one joke, they have the look east joke, and then that's all you got to say. Literally have the one joke. But we'll see. I'm hoping Dragon does good stuff. I'm still curious about where Akainu fits into this. I feel like maybe. I don't feel like if he was established to have been here, he would have been established that he's here. So he's probably not here, but he feels like the one character that's like kind of been missing from a lot of this old stuff is Akainu. You know, what his deal is. You know, was he in Dragon's platoon? Or was he not? You know? We still haven't had any interaction between the two. We feel like they're... I don't know. It's just a thought. That's just the one little in the backwards mind thought. But a lot of things going on. But we'll see if we get some actual real action going on this time. Or if it's just like, okay, we got to find Checky. I don't know. But let's get into it. We're getting into it starting now. I've been looking at... I mean, this is all I've seen so far of this color spread. Which we get both, by the way, which is kind of rare. We don't usually get a color spread and a cover story page, so that's interesting. But this is Kino. This is Kino. This is great. I love it. I love the color spreads. Nami looks great. Frankie looks cool. Chopper looks funny in there. I love all of the little toys that everyone has. You know, Luffy has, you know, his loved ones, and then also Garp in there. And then Whitebeard's back there, too. Yamato is pushed to the side. As we can see, imagine if he's like, I gotta protect the children, and then Akainu steps back and is like, no, we gotta let them do what they want for justice. And he's like, how is this justice? You know, maybe. But I feel like he would have been introduced by now in this scenario at this point in time, I think, if Akainu showed up. So I think that we're still waiting on him. But as we can see, little Carrot is down here, you know, showing how, you know, the Straw Hats do not care about little Carrot, and that how little Carrot will never be a Straw Hat. Same with Boa. You know, all the way down here. Being neglected. Look at Carrot being neglected down there. Little Carrot down there being neglected. And then Chopper somehow got stuck in the thing. Oh no. That's no bueno. Chopper is very silly. Usopp is a gamer. We all knew that. And then we got our boy. We got our goat over here. Pinwheel Man. Why'd I forget his name? He's like one of my favorite characters. But Nami's dad. Nami's father figure. One of my Gonzo. I think is his name. Bro, that scene where he's like, I knew the whole time. I don't want you to hurt anymore. And then he like grabbed the knife from her while she was holding it at him. He just grabbed it and then hugged her. He's like, you don't got to worry no more. We're going to do this. Oh, it's so good. Gonzo's such a good character. Ironbark's so good. There's a random lion here. I don't know what's up with the random lion. Jinbei's asleep. So sad. We got Sanji over here holding Pudding end relationship goal. That's my headcanon, you know, on the shipping wars. That's the only thing I care about. I do want Pudding and Sanji to be together at the end of the story. And I want cool things to happen with Sanji and Pudding before the end of the story. Rest of these things, I don't care. I don't think any of these other people should be in relationships at all. Except for Sanji and Pudding. Luffy definitely doesn't need to be, because he's the freest man on the sea. And getting tied down is the opposite of being the freest man on the sea. So I feel like he would be out of character. We got Kureha. We got a lot of fun. We got Vegapunk in here. There's not a lot of there's no Egghead characters in here, I don't think, which is kind of sad. And then we have like giant Shirahoshi down there. No Elbaf or Egghead characters. It'd be nice if there was like a little Vegapunk somewhere, but there's not. There's a child moment. Oh wait, no. There he is. There's Stella, not Stella, but what's her name? There's Girl. Girl is there. There's Rebecca, too. All right. No, not Rebecca. Viola. Rebecca's there. Okay, not getting to the story, though. We are 15 minutes in, and I haven't done that. Chapter 1161. Oh, since we're, we could put some, let's put some, like, actual, like, combat music going, because I feel like that's more the mood than this, you know, because we're in God Valley. We need a little bit of, you know, we need some good, like, combat music. Hopefully there's combat in this. I don't know. Maybe there ain't. Maybe this will be unfitting, but if we're in the middle of God Valley, so we freaking better. Chapter 1161, a love ballad in a hail of arrows. So obviously, we're gonna get some Shacky and Rayleigh stuff. Hail of arrows? Hail of arrows? Who's shooting arrows? Not the dragons, unless that just means bullets. No, they were shooting arrows. Arrow got shot right into Kuma. The resting place of heroes. And looks like the resting place of heroes. Interesting. I'm sure that in Japanese, you know, these are all the people who, like, died before one. Like, there's, like, some of the scabbards, and I'm sure that, you know, Momo's mom and probably Odin are on here. And probably a couple other people. But I don't know. Maybe Morio's down there, too. Let's not think about that right now, though. But I'm sure I'll look up eventually what's on the names of all of these things. But she's back in the Flower Capital with Kinemon and Momo. I was kind of hoping that when they got back, Kinemon and Momo would be like, "Hey, some stuff happened while you were away." On the reporter, there's this guy that apparently Luffy kidnapped. And crazy stuff is going on with Straw Hats. By the way, I was hoping there'd be like a little moment where she, like, learns about that, and then maybe that would be like a call to action for her to be like, "Okay, I gotta go help or something." But whatever. Okay, actual chapter time. God Valley. What happens when legends meet? The island became an inescapable flashpoint where motive and fate erupted into a battlefield of nightmares. Motive and fate. Motive, meh, great motives, everybody. And fate, yeah. Battlefield of nightmares. Head for the execution route. But there was a prize I really wanted. We will take responsibility and get it for you. Responsibility? You'll be taking responsibility for all this, you idiot. We might have a chance. Let's use this chaos to hop on a boat and slip away. Where's Shacky? Is she all right? Eris, Teach, where are you? Eris, Teach, where are you? Eris. So, Eris. Or Aerith. Or is it Aerith? Interesting. So we got Rox's wife's name. Where did Roger go? Oh wait, this is all he cares about. You don't notice that none of these three people are saying, "We gotta help the slaves." Except for Rox, kind of. But that's because it's his family. Would it matter? If it was not, who knows? Oh, bro, I thought that Dragon had, like... I thought he had, like, punching gloves. I thought he had boxing gloves for a second right here with their two heads. I thought he was going in, like, pow, 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 you know. Hanging there just a bit longer. Where are the Navy ships? Look at that. It looks like he's, like, got, like, the punching gloves, like the Afro guy from Drum Island. More pirates? It's not this way. Also... another thing from last week is that there was a weird mistranslation last week in TCB where it made it sound like his entire platoon was killed because of what he did, but he was saying, oh, if I escape with these kids, if I have these kids and escape, my entire platoon will get wiped out. And that was the hard part for Dragon. But TCB made it seem like his platoon was already wiped out. So I had to, like, reread Viz to, like, actually get that. Well, yeah, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. More pirates, it's not this way. Yeah, I see him. A Marine with a little bundle in his arms. Shooting a beam? Oh my gosh. Dragon is fighting. Oh man, this Doflamingo slash Killingham person. You know, people are giving this person more Killingham vibes, but like I see a little bit of Doflamingo in this feller. So in this lass, this good looking lass, but she shoots a mouth beam. Have we seen an Oni? Have we seen anyone with a mouth beam? Besides, I guess, Kaido. Kaido has, like, his Boro breath, but that's, you know, from his fruit. But, Killingham has a dragon fruit, which, I mean, Kaido's fruit isn't even a dragon fruit, but his dragon form does give him a big blast breath. But we know that Killingham has a dragon fruit, so it could be assumed that Killingham also has a blast breath, and this person is related to Killingham. Maybe this person had the fruit before, or similar fruit, so that's why they have a blast breath, because they have a dragon fruit. Brain. Like, it could be Killingham's fruit, and she's just using... That's why she has, like, the little horns, because she has a dragon fruit. And this person might be, like, the previous user, which... That would make this person way overpowered because the nightmare food is crazy. Yeah, Kuma has a mouth beam. Yes, but Kuma's a robot, and that comes from Kizaru. And Kizaru doesn't use... I don't think Kizaru uses his mouth as a beam ever. But I think it's a dragon power. I think it is... Got him. You're a lifesaver, Maffy. Garling would have killed me. Oh, who said that? So, he shot him. Baby flies away. Oh, Garling would kill me because they're taking the babies. Yeah. So this is probably where he loses one of them. Bro, Shamrock looks real pissed right here. So, knocks him down. Gets rid of that. God's Knight, Satchel family. Satchel's family. Saint Maffy. I mean... Obviously, it's not a Don Quixote, so sadly. But, ooh, got a whole dress on and everything. Saint Maffy. Satchel. I don't remember if Satchel is Killingham's thing. I'd have to look back to see what his thing is. Who would have thought a prick like Garling could have a kid? It's almost as strange as our intriguing little kidnapper. Wait. Those babies, they're my only chance to atone for helping set up this twisted murder game. It was nice knowing you, young man. I guess that's that. Considering all the dead, this is probably what I deserve. Oh, dang. He's feeling guilty for even being a part of the system to begin with. Out of the way. Ooh. Ooh, who did that? I see some wood being chopped. So, I'm going to assume that's Mr. Scopper doing that, but we'll see. Oh, no, it was Whitebeard. But boom, she got cut right in half by these guys. For the last time, I was aiming at the enemy, not you. How many other pirate crews landed here anyway? Liar, I could have died. You want to go right now or something? Oh, look at Whitebeard and Big Mom talking together. We didn't really get a lot of their interactions in this thing because she was always just kind of talking to Kaido. We haven't got a lot of interaction between Whitebeard and Big Mom specifically. What is he here for? He's here for like kind of Shacky. And then she's here for Devil Fruits. Whoa, these pirates, they're so huge. But it's okay, because Dragon's top one. Dragon's stronger than both of these people, obviously. On the top 30s, everyone puts Dragon above these two characters, right? Right. Because he's the most, he has the biggest bounty, supposedly. And, he's the most dangerous person in the world, supposedly. So, this little kid right here, stronger than these two fellers, supposedly. But yes, I'm glad he's just doing it with ease. Cut this person in half with ease. But I'm sure this person's alive, because God's Knights are freaky like that. Damn you, Nougat, you're trying to get me killed. Shiki, this isn't what we agreed on, Lin Lin. Kaido? The Rocks Pirates. Oh no, they're starting to misbehave. They're starting to. We're seeing the cracks not form. The cracks have always been there, but we're starting to see them break apart here. Kaido, she's like, oh no, I'm trying to save these fruits for my children. I don't actually want to give you a fruit. The Rocks Pirates, if we can take them down, we'll be famous. Huh? Hang on. Are these scrubs after Shaggy too? Oh, so they're just other... Oh, yeah, there's just random other pirates, too. Get back to bed, you small fries. Bro. Okay, where's my folder? Where's my folder? I have a big folder of just, like, panels that I enjoy. There's, 8... Oh, my God, there's 828 panels in this folder. I haven't been putting as much into it as much as I was when I was binging this, but this one's going in the compilation because this is crazy. We haven't seen like good like action shots of all these guys yet. They've all been standing there looking cool, but we haven't got a cool like action shot of them. Of Big Mom throwing fire down on people, Whitebeard, Shiki, not Shaggy, and then Kaido looking. This is the best Kaido's looked this whole time. And also bear in mind that Napoleon is on her head this whole time, too. Don't know if that matters, but apparently, maybe that's his power. You know who else used boxing gloves? Foxy. So, and Afro Luffy, so just remember that. Just think about that. So, they're going ham. This is such a cool shot. Like, the actual, like, direction of just, like their two weapons, like the actual like line of like, this is a good piece of artwork. Like the composition on this is probably this is probably the best composition he's had in this flashback of this right here. What world is happening on this island? And she's still holding the baby. Was she holding the baby when she got cut, by the way? Holy moly, you almost cut a baby, Whitebeard. You gotta be careful, sir. I could probably slip away now, but I lost the babies. Both of them? Huh? Oh, no. Shanks is dead. He's dead, folks. Cross that baby. Cross that baby's dead. Oh, no. Oh, and Dragon ain't happy about that. Holy moly. Oda knows how to draw good despair faces. Real good. This is so good. This is already a good Dragon chapter. Like for the Dragon flashback, now we gotta go to Garp though. Garp. Rip Shanks. What else can you say? It's your baby. That's good. Okay. Explosions. Now this is a big catch. I found a prime fishing spot. Ooh, brace yourself, you big old sea kings. It's Garp. Run. A fight with him will drag on too long. We ain't gonna fight back at all. Can it? Zeus. Prometheus. Yes, mama. Oh, wow. Zeus is here at the time, too. Wow. Bro, agenda. We have Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido running away from Garp. Ooh, Garp up, Whitebeard down. We haven't gotten a really bad, like, Whitebeard down in a bit. You know what? Whitebeard down, Kaido kind of up here. You know, Kaido hadn't had a lot of ups in this flashback, but right now he's like, I want to fight. I'm going to fight, but Big Mom and Whitebeard are like, we're leaving. Who said that? Who said it's Garp run? Look at that. This is the most cowardly we've ever seen. Oh my gosh, never got a scar on his back. Oh, ooh, shut up. Shut up. That's my favorite. That's like my top, that's in my top 10 moments. Shut up. Where is it? I have it saved on this big big, beautiful... in this big, beautiful folder. I have it somewhere. Is that it? No. Oh, it's somewhere. It's somewhere around here, surely. But the shot of him dying as he's standing up, and then it just shows, like, nothing on his back. Ah! Like, legit one of my favorite moments in the entire story. I love it. But you saying that right now, and you seeing him... Ooh, he could have gotten a scar on his back easily right there. I'm sure I don't know. That could be something that happens, but... You know, Zeus is obviously very old, so... I don't know. That hasn't really been something that Zeus has done before, so I don't see that happening. Could that be a plot hole? I can see that being a plot hole of like, oh, why didn't Zeus just tell everyone Big Mom's entire story? You know, that's what I would have done. I would have been, when I first got Zeus, I would have been like, okay, tell me literally everything about Big Mom. Tell me about her childhood and like literally everything. Maybe as a reader I care. Maybe Nami doesn't give a darn. Dad, finally! Oh my gosh, this is the first time we've seen Garp and Dragon in the same chapter, like in the same area. But they're fighting him. He's going, Dad, because he's like right there. Dragon is like right there. Heavenly Fuel Blitz. Vice Admiral Garp. Okay, so they did some crazy stuff. So she did like a big combo attack. Okay. She's attacking at least, you know. Right now, Whitebeard's the only one looking bad still. So was that just a big... Well, I mean, she's the one who did the big attack. But it looks like... Oh, there she is. And that's where Garp is. I wasn't sure who was who right there. But, okay, he took a big ol' attack from Big Mom, who is quite strong and powerful. What was that? No, focus. This is our chance, Kuma. Okay. This isn't even hot enough to cook a prime rib, Lin. Fuck! TCB! 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 What is this? What is this? The colored scans from the 2010s that I read back in the day? There is no way that Viz has Lin saying, Big Mom saying, fuck! Bro. That's great. Oh man. Because there's not a lot of that. You don't get a lot of that in like regular, especially early Viz. But then like a lot of scans, especially like of pre-time skip stuff, and then like a little bit. I just remember like there's a Punk Hazard one. There's a Punk Hazard scan, I think when I was reading the colored version, where it was like right before Caesar blows up Punk Hazard in the flashback. And he goes, you gotta be shitting me. I'm like, goodness. Maybe I don't think that they're working together right now. I don't think that they're even thinking about rocks. I don't think so. Maybe I haven't read ahead and maybe that's not the case, but I mean, at this point I'd be like, okay, Garp's an animal, you know? Hero of the Marine. Okay, you know, Garp's looking pretty good right now. That's probably the craziest looking thing. This is like Katakuri versus Snake Man, you know, like, I'm a demon, like, this man is a demon. This man is a demon. This isn't even hot enough to cook a prime rib, Lin. Fuck! Bro, I have to see what Viz says for that. She's probably just said, shoot! Crap! Hey, the kidnapper's probably dead, and I've secured the baby. That's good enough, right? I'm forever in your debt. Now, please get back here before Garling finds out. Who's saying that? Who's she talking to? She's not talking to Summers, is she? Maybe. Summers is kind of cowardly, so... Like, who's simping for Garling? She's just grabbing the baby. I'm sorry. I may not be able to help your brother, but I swear to at least save you. That's her. She would say, zoinks! You all really thought you could get away in the chaos? Pirate to townsfolk, none of you will escape on my watch. And then this man Meyer lady. I don't think we actually found the first name of this person. She's just shooting people with a gun. Shooting people with a gun. Where's the love on with the arrows things though? We still haven't gotten to that yet. Maybe we will in just a second. Because that sure felt like... We haven't seen Roger do nothing yet, either. Roger Pirates hasn't even been in this. It's just been like Garp versus God's Knights. But still, Garp is focused on Roger and kind of the Rocks Pirates and not the slaves. Reporting in, the Rocks Pirates are coming in from the southeast. The Roger Pirates from northwest. We've been sandwiched. Oh boy, we're back. We're back. Map piece. Map. I didn't think we were going to get map piece. I was just talking about this. I was like, are we going to get map piece in this flashback? Boy, howdy. We got map piece in this flashback. we got maps. We have the diagrams. We got to see where the dragons are and where Roger is and where Rox is. Right in the valley. In the shadow of the valley. Give Shacky back. It's Roger. Fight to the last. We haven't gotten the treasure to safety yet. The Rocks crew are coming from the other side. Bunch of Marines in this little town. Oh boy, yeah, so the Marines are in a bad spot right now if they're like right in between things. I'm going to save her first. No, I will. Let go. How did Shiki get all the way over here away from Kaido? What is Kaido doing, by the way? What are the other two doing? Because we see these two run away, and then she does a big old cool attack, and then he looks like that. But we haven't really seen what happens after that. So, but somehow Shiki is with everyone else. There he is. There's Mr. Wanted. There's Mr. Wanted, bro. I legitimately don't remember the gangster one. Like I remember the cowboy one with the ghost friend. And then there's the other guy with the ghost friend who tries to kill himself or something. Captain John. Whoa! Why does Captain John have a robot arm? Why has Captain John got a robot arm? Thank you for giving me attention to that. I almost missed that. I thought he looked weird. Because I was too preoccupied by dumbass Wanted shit. I legit don't remember this one at all. I remember the cowboy with the ghost friend. No, it wasn't and then it was the one with God, where God was like a little ghost guy, I think, following a guy around. And then there's the monk fighting the monster in the woods. And then there's, Romance Dawn. I remember those four. And then there's obviously like the dragon, the samurai one as well with Ryuma. But I do not remember this one. I'm looking at that and I'm like, that looks like a kid thing. Yep. I do not care about the one person. I'm making fun of people who care about that shit. I don't care. I don't care about this guy. But I'm interested why they have all these characters, like where like Silver Axe and the Catfish guy are gonna play into all this. Sorry, I get distracted a lot though with this. But no, Captain John having a big robot hand, which I don't think he did last chapter, that is very suspicious. I mean, we know he's dead, so it's not like oh my gosh. Hurry and stop them. You at least move Shakuyaku, right? St. Summers, about that. Huh? St. Summers. Oh, boy. Oh, and then she's just been beating people up. Good. Don't tell me all of them were taken out by one little chained up lady. Sounds like the pirates out there are really going to town. Oh boy, Summers versus Shaggy. How distasteful. There's nothing less cute. Gives her a big ol' smack. Gives her a big ol' smack. There's nothing less cute than a woman who knows her worth. Than a woman who knows her worth. Interesting. Hey man, we'll see. We still don't know if Kid's gonna show up in Elbaf. He's still around the corner. Would it make thematic sense for him to pop up and help out and be a part of this current arc? I don't know, but I don't know with that. But I think that Rox and Kid kind of have a lot in common too, though. On their Kid and Luffy's dynamic is very similar to Rox and Roger's, to where everyone's hyping up Rox right now, but that's because he has his resume is a lot more violent and upfront. The same way in Sabaody, even though Luffy was doing Annie's Lobby in Alabasta and all this stuff, a lot of it was behind the scenes and in secret and stuff, while Kid had the higher bounty because he was just wrecking shop and being more outwardly violent. So that's how his perception was, and that's how people are treating Rox right now compared to Roger at this moment. And it's just you gotta see, gotta admit, there's a little bit there. But back to this. There's nothing less cute than a woman who knows her worth. She gets slapped, pushes down, does a kick on him. Oh, ow, that hurts him actually. I mean, we know he's immortal, but he makes a funny face. Summers does make funny faces. Ouch. Grabs her, is about to give her a big old whack. Big old eek. Actually hits her, does not get saved. No save. All these pirates are here to take you away. It said arrows, rain of arrows. I don't know if he does the arrows or someone else does. We'll see where those arrows come from still. All these pirates are here to take you away. Your popularity's quite the pain. It's certainly made a mess of our tourney. Even if you survive this, Garling will ultimately claim you as his. No one else really gains anything, so I'm starting to wonder if it wouldn't be just more fun to kill you here now. I mean, that is salt. That is some salt. Salty Summers. Hey, we saw Summers in Elbaf, with the salt, with Killingham's dream salt. He was like, I want more salt. And now we're getting him being super salty. I'm just yapping, wasting time. That means nothing. Don't worry about it. You think they're making parallels between Rox and Kid, as in saying Rox and Kid are both dead? The Kid's not dead. Kid's not dead. They wouldn't do that to him. This is yes. Summers is a big loser. He is a big loser. He's like the biggest he is like the biggest loser that we've had in a while. Because he's so cocky. But he's also so I don't know. They've come all this way to save you. It'd be unfortunate for them to survive hell only to find the mangled corpse of their beloved here. And then we see Whitebeard and Shaq and Silveract. Okay, Whitebeard caught up, I guess. And we see Captain John with a big arm. Big arm still. I wonder what kind of faces they'll make. Ooh, we got a good Roger Whitebeard clash. Classic. You see, I feel like Roger and Whitebeard are on the same level right here, right now. But we know that Rox is just on another level at this point. If Roger is at Whitebeard level, and we know that Whitebeard is not at Rox level at this point in time, so I feel like any Rox versus Roger thing, it's obvious that it's Rox right now. That's just regular reading comprehension. That's not even agenda. Shaggy, we've come to save you! Shaggy, are you okay? I'm going to save you now! So they're both just trying to save him, even though they're fighting each other, even though they should be fighting the God's Knights. No, work together, guys, work together. Y'all should work together against the God's Knights. Not Roger working together with Garp to defeat Rox. Why are you doing it? Why'd you do it, Roger? It'll be me. No, I'm the one. Damn, my hands are tied right now. I'll leave Shaggy to you. Ooh, ooh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Zoro. It's Zoro. It's Zoro in my head. Where's Mihawk right now? What's me? Oh, he's a baby. I was like, oh, right. Let's not worry about Mihawk. Let's not worry about Mihawk right now. Okay, but no. Okay, this is cool though. They're clashing. He's like, my hands are tied. Go get Ray. Go get him. Go get him, Rayleigh. Can you hear that? They're right outside. But I'm afraid they're just a little too late. St. Summers, Garling won't forgive this kind of transgression. Zip it. St. Summers, Garling, if you keep quiet, they'll just chalk it up to an accident. Look at her face. All hope snuffed out. See, this ain't a fairy tale. I just got any hero who'd show up. Life's a bitch, ain't it? Viz, TCB. Life's a bitch, ain't it? I'll kill you in 5 slashes. Savor the pain. Your wishful thinking will drain out with your blood. He doesn't like, has he ever had he has never had a fair fight in his life. Summers has never had a fair fight. He is always picking on, he is picking on children. He is picking on Saul. He is picking on Robin. None of them fair fights. But then the second he actually has someone, he fights anyone competent, it's just like, I mean, we'll see. I haven't read one page down to see if Rayleigh whoops him, or if Scopper does. I feel like Scopper Summers thing is more of a thing, but I guess Rayleigh's going to do it. But, oh, it's Mihawk's Dak right there. Yeah, right there. He's there. It's Buggy. Not baby Buggy. Adult Buggy is here right now. It's you. You are Buggy. That's right, you can be Buggy. You're the special. I don't think Kid knows anything about rocks. I think it's just literally a parallel, but I don't think that Kid actually has like a meaningful connection with Rox, or even knows who Rox is. Because remember, no one knows who Rox is besides the old people. Rox's name was like wiped out. Everyone knows about, like, everyone became a pirate because of Roger. The Great Pirate Era is because of Roger. Like, you know, all this stuff aside, all the pirates, all the younger generation are inspired in some way by Roger, not Rox. It's like, it's literally just Blackbeard who is inspired by Rox and not Roger. I'll send you to the darkest shadows of the underworld. Ooh. Ooh, here it comes. Transistent Hegon Crescent. Red Spider Lily. Those are very different things. Those are very different translations. So he's over there. He's about to do some wax on him. Then Rayleigh pops in and then boom, bashes him against the wall, makes a Looney Tunes crater for him. Rayleigh, looking cool. Shaggy. Sorry for the delay. I'm here for you. Ooh. Come and make me yours. I remember her getting that note. When did he get that note? What chapter was that note from? I'll have to read back. I'm here for you. Bro, that Shaggy's face right here. Crazy. Boom, explosions in the back still. She's crying. Actually finally crying. She wasn't crying earlier, but now she's breaking down. Ray-san, you're late. I'm sorry for letting it come to this. I was so scared. I'll never ever save it for later, you dog. Guys, we've got Shaggy. Grab the treasure and run for it. Sugei, a passionate rescue. That was a good chapter. You know, we didn't get this chapter any of Rox, which is crazy. Because that's where the, like, Rox is like, I'm dead set on finding my family, which we found out Eris is her name, which is cool. I gotta shake my computer real quick. Yeah, I can't believe Robin is weak against Summers. Can you believe it? Can't believe it. I was just saying that Summer, it's just funny that Summers only picks, like, Summers is like, you know, sees himself as like this, like, very powerful, you know, God's Knight, but his only scene picking on people way, way weaker than him, and then the second that anyone competent comes around, he gets immediately bodied. Immediately bodied. Couldn't make it to Ace's birth. I was about to say something bad. He was dead. What are you saying? He couldn't make it to Ace's birth. He was dead. He was dying of a disease. And then he got beheaded. What are you saying? He probably, even if he didn't turn himself in, he would have died of a disease before he was even born. I don't know what you're trying to say with that. I know this is a joke. It's probably just a joke, but... Oh yeah, Roger didn't even try to save him during Marineford. That's true. Where was Roger? Where was Roger in Marineford? That's crazy. That's crazy. What? How many chapters go? Okay, I need to read this though. The remaining lanterns are too hard to determine. Toki, Odin, Yasue, I think that's the smiling guy. Tempura, Uzuki, Omisubu, Ushimaru. I think those are the three people in the cave with Yamato. Taka, don't know who Taka is. Izo, Pedro. Kuro, Captain Kuro. Oh no! Captain Kuro died protecting Wano? Our fast cat boy died protecting Wano. Oh no, how sad. And Ashura Joji. And then, apparently they don't know the other one. The kanji reference is a small blade slash and evokes the idea of enlightenment as well as Buddhist holiday. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? It's probably gonna be Red Spider, Lily, and Viz. No, it's gonna be Transcendent Higan Crescent. Shut up. This is a cool chapter. It's probably because I also have this combat music in the background instead of lo-fi. You know, really gets you in the mood. Really gets you in the mood. I'm gonna do this while we're still in Rocks Valley. Should be. That's what they should call it. You know what? That's true. That's true. That's why, you know, if you consider, I don't know what kind of relationship you would even call Brooks and Laboon. I wouldn't call it a father-son relationship at this point. I don't know. But he's not a pet either, so I don't know. You almost cried when you read Pedro's name. I remember at that time, because this was like at peak, like Oda doesn't kill people, you know, time in One Piece when that happened. So I think that I was late to it. I didn't catch up. I was still reading through, but I was listening to podcasts at the time talking about it, and everyone was like, oh, Pedro's not dead, and like no one actually felt it. So that's kind of why I didn't feel it. And I haven't really gone back to rewatch or nothing to really feel about that. He could still be alive. You never know. You never know. I miss Sparrow though. Man, I love Whole Cake. Sometimes I'm afraid to say it, but I'm like, Whole Cake still might be top one in terms of post-time skip arcs. You know, I love Egghead, and Wano is Wano, and you know, Elbaf has been pretty good, especially with his flashback. I love Egghead a lot, but man, there's something about Whole Cake though, man. You know, Sanji versus Luffy. You know, him crying, professing stuff. You get the whole pudding arc. You know, Big Mom flashback, crazy. And then you get Kata Curry at the end with the best fight in One Piece, and it's just all so good, so much emotion, and it has the best emotion post time skip stuff, best like Straw Hat. It has the best Straw Hat interactions, and it has the best fight. Still, I would say, in thing. I love Whole Cake. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I read it, so. But when I think back, Sanji crying in the carriage, man. And I'm like, what his like top like emotion besides like Kuma, besides like Vegapunk crying when he kills Kuma. Besides like that, there hasn't been like that much like and Cat Curry. It's like But I digress. Okay. Oh yeah, no. I'm not gonna say I don't like Dressrosa. I think Dressrosa is probably fine. I need to go back to it eventually. And honestly, in a lot of ways, the Straw Hats are used better in Dressrosa. Like no one's a bum. No one is like on bum-ass bum chopper mode in Whole Cake. Whole Cake Chopper is worse than any Straw Hat in Dressrosa, but I still like Whole Cake more. Do you get what I'm saying? That every Straw Hat, like even Robin did not a lot. Robin still did stuff though, and Frankie, Senior Pink. I mean, I have problems with Senior. I think that Senior Pink is very overrated. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that today. Maybe I'll do like a flashback tier list someday. This will be on there now eventually. This is really good. I think this is starting to top the Kuma flashback for me, like in all. That very last Kuma flashback chapter is so good though, with Vegapunk crying. That's still probably the best page in post time skip One Piece of Kuma running. But this was a very good chapter. This is better than the last chapter. That was a good setup. This chapter, just good action, really good choreography, set pieces and stuff, good interaction between like Whitebeard and Big Mom, which we hadn't gotten yet. We get a blast breath. I feel like there's a little bit of alluding to with that blast breath too. We got the separation of the twins, Dragon taking a laser beam, shrugging off a laser beam, which, this could be a Dragon W, or in retrospect, this could be kind of a Frankie W, because Frankie's beams, they one shot. Unless you're literally immortal, like Kizaru or Agorose. Besides that, Frankie's beams have been one shots every single time. One shot, one kill. That's all it takes, But this lady, does a beam, shoots Dragon gets back up. Supposedly. Does he get back up? He gets back up. Shanks is dead, though. Kuma running is very goated. It got up when I knew found good God Valley. This is good. God Valley's been pretty good so far. I'm waiting for the turn though. I'm still waiting for the why does Garp team up with Roger against Rocks? I mean, I'm assuming because something's gonna happen with Blackbeard and Eric. Who's gonna kill his wife, though, is the question. Who's it gonna be? Not gonna be Summers, obviously. Summers is a bum. My one thing, though, right now is that Rayleigh just, like, mollywopped Summers. So why is Summers so scared of Scopper? So we still need to see, Summers gonna get back up from this, obviously. And then I think that, I don't know, Scopper's gonna have to do something. I mean, he's right here being silly with Roger. But we gotta see that. We haven't really seen Garling do anything so far since this has started, so I have a feeling it's gonna be Garling versus Rocks. Is Garling gonna kill both of the moms, because Garling already got one mom killed. This flashback already got one of them. Is he gonna do both? Who else would? It's either Garling or maybe Gunko. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be Garling. I don't know. I feel like Gunko doing it, like it would, you know, relate back to like this arc in Elbaf, but like the relationship between like Blackbeard and like Gunko is like I don't know. There's nothing there right now, so I feel like it's gotta be Garling who has to kill Eris. I don't think that they love celestial dragons. I mean, right now they got the prize, and they're trying to run for it. Garp does not care about, like, because Roger Pirates got him, and they care about leaving. At this point, I think the Rocks Pirates still care about, are still going to attack. Like, Shiki's gonna try and get Shaki back and stuff. We know that. And then Garling's probably gonna intervene at some point in time. No, I don't think it's... I don't think it's gonna be Garling who takes out Eris. I think it's just gonna be a random celestial dragon. I think it's just gonna be like an ugly, no-name celestial dragon. That's what I'm gonna say now. Because Garling mainly cares about Shaki, too. That's his main MO right now. So he's gonna meet up with them eventually in all this. But then I feel like Eris is just gonna get killed by just like a random person, because like he doesn't care about like the Davy. Like who would care about that? I think just like a random celestial dragon is gonna be like, oh, the Davy clan still could be a good prize. I could probably take over Garling's high score if I kill this Davy, and that might be where he goes off the deep end. Because he can't go off the deep end and go on a rampage if Garling does it, because then he has to fight Garling. And he can't go on a rampage against Garling because that's more of like an even fight. Rox has to go on a rampage against the pitiful, powerless celestial dragons. And he has to mow some people down. He can't do that if he's fighting Garling first. So a weak celestial dragon has to kill Eris, and Rox has to go ham on them. None of this might happen, but I don't know. That is what I am currently thinking, though, on all that. Also, that coming to make me yours. I forget when she sent that. It's a couple chapters back. But, there's a lot to talk about. God Valley is being good. I'm glad that Garp was in this chapter because I put Garp as the thumbnail. We got the Manmeyer guy. Dragon looking real good right now. Dragon. This was not even a long chapter, but I had a lot to talk about. Stop it! Stop hurting them! I don't think there's got to be something else. Because from what we've seen, they don't care. Why would Roger would not care? And Garp, like, I know we're clowning on that, but we know for a fact that Garp does not like the Celestial Dragons. We've known this. That's like one of the first things that we like learned about him. Well, before when we learned about the Celestial Dragons, I guess, technically. Where was the note? Oh yeah. You know what we didn't get any of today? Roger and Loki or Harald. We didn't get none of that. Harald was not on God Valley. He was not there. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that is ailing from some kind of illness. Then I heard the news that she was giving up her position. I worried for her health. And it turns out that ever since then, you've been sitting on this note that she passed to you. I know it was too awkward. I know it was too awkward to bring it up. It's clearly a love letter. How else could it be interpreted? And you say you're not tempted by this at all? Well, I wouldn't say there's no temptation. I just don't want to be tied down, you know? Well, I do. Okay. When did she give him the note? Did she give the note there? But yeah, that's what it said. It said, come and get me on that. And then it said, come and make me yours in that. And then that was him. That's why he said sorry for the delay. I just want to see when she gave him that. One more. What did I even predict? I don't remember what I was saying. My prediction of it's going to be a random celestial dragon that kills Eris and not Garling. I just want to see. No, it doesn't show her actually giving him the note. I'm just worrying too much. Oh, yeah, true. This is all being told in the span of 3 minutes. to Harald. Harald, a very important character. What people are saying is going to be the next king. Maybe. But I feel like him just staying as a captain of the giant pirates. Like, he'll become the captain of the actual giant pirates and, like, the new... I don't know. There's always this weird difference between the giant pirates and the new giant pirates. I think the old giant pirates are just out, and he's just going to be the giant pirates and not the new giant pirates eventually. Maybe Loki will become king. I forget if that's his dream. Is that Harun's dream actually, is to become king? Was it, like, said during when he was, like, talking and stuff? He was like, oh, he wants to be king? I don't remember him saying that. We still don't know what's up with, like, the weirdo elders, too. There's all the weirdo elders in Elbaf that are just like, okay, they're there. And then, like, we still don't know how all of this plays out. Harald has to do one more thing. Harald can't just not be here. I feel like one more thing has to happen with him to, like, make it to where Rox dies. I don't know. This is, like, the most, like... When was the last time we saw, like, a woman cry in One Piece? That's a weird question to ask. Like actually, like this, you know. Besides, like, I mean, Bonnie got a lot of it. But, like, something like this. This is, like, very, like, Robin and, like, Nami coded of, like, emotion, you know, by a female. I'm sorry for letting it come to this. I was so scared. And her just, like, breaking down, you know, like top one in the verse, technically, at this time. Like, over Rox, technically. Like, could overtake Rox. Jackie could. Technically, you know, with asterisks. And then her just, like, breaking down after this. You know, I was so scared. I'll never, ever... But it's so funny to think about this and then think about, like... current present time Rayleigh being like, oh man, I like the young girls. I like going to the slave auction and looking at the young ladies. And it's like, okay, what happened in between? Oh, sorry for letting it go. I'm here for you. I'll never ever. Ooh, I gotta go to the slave auction to see them young ladies. You know? I was thinking about that, you know. Something happens in between times. But this shot of Rayleigh right here with the hand stretched out, it does look, it does give me Zoro vibes for some reason. Like this whole, like, I don't know. The art's really good in this chapter. Oda is making good stuff. This is going to be an emotional episode that, I mean, I'm like 2 months behind on the episodes now. Ever since I heard it was bad like 2 months ago, I've held off on watching the anime. But apparently it's good again. Now that my video's relevant again, my video about we're gonna actually have that going instead. We can be chill for a second. I need to get back to work in 1 second. But what was I about to say? My last video that I have, my Egghead video talking about the Gorosei, it's starting to become relevant again because the Gorosei are actually showing up. And what happened? The Gorosei and then Dorian Broggy are doing crazy, crazy things that were not in the manga. There's like a shot of like, I think I saw a snippet of like Dorian Broggy both like grabbing Top Man and Saturn and then like throwing them against each other or something. I think I saw a crazy shot of that from last week. And I'm like, bro, I knew that exactly what happened because the choreography is so whack in the manga during this. And it's just like, what was actually happening during that climax? And now it's like, I know, I need to watch it. I was just sad because one of my favorite chapters, apparently they botched, which is the one where Kuma, where Bonnie learns that she has control of the pacifistas and that, you know, the pacifistas will never hurt her, you know, and that big swerve. And that's, and then Joy Boy, and then Luffy, like, you know, showing up and stuff. But then I heard that, I don't know, Toei was being bad. But now I have like a bit to binge, so I'm probably gonna start binging again to catch up again to that, because I'm very interested on how they're gonna be doing this, all of these. Like if they have like one good hype Elder chapter, but it's just gonna be like a bit of a slog after this, because I mean, you can watch my video, my Egghead Island amazing arc, terrible disappointing villains. This is my best. This is a very good video that I made in July. Oh my gosh, I've not made a video in a hot second. I've been bad. I have other videos I need to make. Still, I have a couple video game videos I want to make. I have a couple other One Piece videos I want to make, and there's some other random stuff I want to do too. I have a big list of like things that aren't gaming or One Piece related that I really want to do. Did you even? No. But I'm really proud of this video still, so find that on my channel and give it a watch. To rob the person who was going to buy. Yeah, he was doing that. But he was like, I like the young ladies, though. That's the first thing we heard when we like saw him for the first time. Oh, no. Of course they do that. Of course they do that. Of course they do that to Zoro. Of course they do that to Zoro. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta go. I need to head out soon. But this was a fun little chapter reaction. 57 views, 3 concurrent viewers. I'm glad people were able to stop by. I'm not sure if the noon is still the best time for people, or if it's like early in the morning, or like kind of later in the evening. I don't know when the best time for people is. On Thursdays or Fridays as well, you know. I kind of have to cut it close on these if I'm not doing it after work. And also, goated color spread too. It's got pudding on it. And it got me hot. It was a Mihawk episode. There we go. 2:15. Yeah, you're an hour ahead. So, but I'm a little late to work. I need to get back on it. And we have no break next week, so we can get right back into it next week. Next week, we got, we got the Roger retreating, and then Garp intersecting both of them. Like, it's still just like, kind of just like a mad dash. Though we are in map piece now. We are in run piece now. Oh, no! We're in run piece now. Oh, no! That's my least favorite type of One Piece is run piece. Where we are in the, we gotta get out of here. Here's the map. Here's the map. We gotta go from point A to point B and get out of here. And that's what the Roger Pirates are in run piece right now, at least. The rest of them, maybe not. It's kind of all over the place still. But we need to see Scoffer versus Thumbers. We gotta see what Garland's been up to. We gotta see what Rox has been up to. Where Aerith and Teach are. what happens with them. We got to see if Dragon can make it out. We saw one, not even interaction, but we just saw, you know, him say, Dad? Papa? Which I guess, you know, confirms that Dragon is Garp's son, because there's still like there's like a sliver, little bit of like, but what if he's not actually? What if Dragon was the in-law? What if Garp actually had a daughter and that was the connection or something? And Dragon was just the in-law because he's so different from the two. But no, it's like, no, he's like, Dad. He's like, Dad, my dad. Dad, what are you doing? I mean, I don't know why I guess he's surprised that he's here. Like, oh my gosh, this like little thing I was doing, this little operation that I was in is big enough to where my gosh darn dad was here. Also, don't forget that Rox killed an admiral. So don't forget that. And then we got Garling here. We have no admirals here right now, technically. But we have Garling, who is possibly admiral level. Bro, this shot, though, of Garp looking crazy. And Big Mom going, that's funny, too. And we get Kuma in this, too. Very good. Very good God Valley flashback. Very good God Valley flashback. But that's all I have to say. But thank all for watching. Go to my Twitch if you want to see me play Hades. I'm starting a bunch. I've played like 6 hours of Hades. And I've been playing some 2XKO as well. So if you ever want to fight me in 2XKO, hit me up. I'll whoop your butts. But that's all over on the Twitch side of things. And I'm doing some Hades 2 right now. Since I just beat Bloodborne. I beat Bloodborne last week. So we're done with Bloodborne streams. And maybe I'll have a funny video of that coming out eventually. But that'll probably not show up for like 2 years, considering how long it takes me to do things. All right. Enough yapping. I'm out. Goodbye. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Goodbye.